Hello there. We start in the Swiss ski resort of Davos, where the leader... You know what? Stay with me. Sometimes this happens, just to prove it's live. We're going to talk about what Keir Starmer's been talking about, the opposition Labour Party leader.
Do you fancy being a television presenter next, news television presenter next?
I mean, listen, I'll give anything a go.
OK, read that auto cue.
Fantastic. Brackets, read. The Communication Workers Union. Was that not good?
There you go.
The General Secretary of the Communication Workers Union is currently giving evidence in front of the Business Select Committee. Let's have a listen to what he's been saying.
I think can win the game. I don't think there's enough experience in the team.
OK, right, well, we'll find out shortly. We've an FA Cup winners-only policy in the studio tonight. And I don't know who's making that noise, but so Alan Shearer is on the commentary gantry alongside Steve Bauer. Alan, it's toasty in this studio. It's a bit noisy as well. I don't know if somebody's sending something on someone's phone. I think it's joke. I don't know whether you heard it at home, but how's it on the gantry? A bit chilly?
Yeah, it's very cold. My ears are cold, so yours will be freezing up here, Gary.
What do you see in this game tonight, Alan? How do you see it going?
If others aren't doing it, I'm ready.
Yeah, well, Harvey Elliott's goal was a screamer, which is not the only one we've had tonight.
You saw Gary Lineker there, and it turns out that there's no end to his talents because he turned detective later, tweeting a phone he found taped to the back of a studio chair. Gary Lineker, thanks very much for joining us.
If you'd have told me this morning that tonight I'd be on Newsnight talking about a porn scandal, I'd have been terrified.
Gregory?
I'm Gregory Lord Sugar.
Hello, Gregory. I see you collect antiques, yeah?
Indeed, Lord Sugar.
And you're a cannon firer?
So it's quite a long story, Lord Sugar.
No, well, keep it short then.
I finished my bachelor's degree and I started a business in selling Victorian military uniforms, and I got a job as a professional cannon firer from that.
Project manager Joe leads from the front.
This is a fortress that was constructed in 1704.
Could you tell us what we're looking out on?
So we're looking out at the Atlantic Ocean, but I'm not exactly sure what exactly is there. Yeah.
What sort of defences would a fort like this have had?
I was going to say...
Well, the range of the cannons and carronades differ. You could probably go for around 700-800 metres. Really depends on the charge. This particular example is loaded from the muzzle. It's what we call a muzzle loader. You'd usually have a crew of 6 to 8, and they would usually vary in firing times depending on training, but perhaps you could probably get it down to, let's say, around every 2 minutes. Wow. And that's pretty much it.
The two have amassed, wait for it, 84 million views. And as you told a reporter, Lindsay Doyle, they count Beyoncé and Jay-Z among their fans. Ah, respect, Brian. And, of course, when I said Jay-Z, you know I meant Jay-Z, because I am seriously down with the kids.
I've been told that you have a lot of people on your phone, which is great for Sensible.
Yes.
And you have done what I do, which is you have details of who people are. Like Jodie Cleaner.
Yeah.
And you also have Emma Laservagina.
I have no idea.
All those stories on the BBC Sport website. That's bbc.co.uk/sport. I'll be back in an hour with another update, Jane.
That was retro. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Sir Rod Stewart, good to hear from you this afternoon. Thank you so much for calling in. What made you pick up the phone?
This is a bad time for us in Great Britain. It really is. Change the bloody government.
OK. Well, Sir Rod Stewart, you're making your political points very clear here on Sky News. Thank you so much for calling in. Just a final question, if I may. You've been listening to the programme today. Members of the public calling in, having their say this afternoon. Is there a particular story that's resonated with you?
Every one of them. I must admit, I have the television on the back, on in the background while I'm working on my model railroad. But it's just terribly sad. I'm so proud to be British, and I can't stand it being in this way. So you're doing a great job, you guys on there. Keep up the good work, and I'm a big fan, Sarah.
Oh, well, funnily enough, I'm a big fan of yours.
Oh,
Who
okay,
isn't?
take care, you guys.
My mum's favourite, Maggie May. Oh,
Okay, I'll sing
song
it
at her
for you.
wedding.
Wake up, Maggie, I think I got something to say to you.
We did wonder how we were going to end the programme on a positive note today, and so Rod Stewart, you had delivered.
I'm absolutely delighted that you've still got a red sofa. I mean, it's not the original, but at least you've still got the red sofa.
But where is the original? What happened to that red leather sofa? It must be somewhere.
Well, I suspect it's junked. It's pretty ancient. I don't think it survived.
So I did what would have seemed unthinkable back in 1983. I put an appeal on social media. One viewer could tell me the make and model, but then the trail went cold until a tip-off.
John, I think Debbie Greenwood actually has the red sofa.
Debbie Greenwood?
I got it because it was a leaving present from the BBC. And you know, they've always been a bit mean.
There it is.
What do you think?
It's small, but we've got it.
We've got it, haven't we? Do you want to try it out?
I'd love to.
Have a seat.
Sitting on the original BBC breakfast television sofa. It's much softer than the one we have today.
It's very soft, and it's a good job you're not wearing leather trousers, because it has a tendency to make some quite funny noises when you're wearing leather trousers.
Now, it is just about time for me to say goodbye for the last time. I'm signing off after 23 years at BBC News. Lucky me to have had this great job that's never felt like a job. Thank you for having me. Bye-bye.
My daughter got a Tamagotchi for Christmas.
Yep.
So, I got my own one now because I enjoyed it so much. I've called it my little Tamagotchi. I'll be honest with you, it's more interesting than him. And
How's the Tamagotchi going?
I'm going to be honest with you, it's still asleep, but during the break, I pretended to Josh that it was up and I was doing stuff just so I didn't have to talk to him. You fucking...
It was just a reaction.
Get Dominic Raab over it.
Get on with the show, Hills. All right. Now, we mentioned earlier... I'll drink it out, it's fine.
Josh!
Tastes sad. He's fucking nearly 40 and he's got a Tamagotchi. Grow up!
And I rang up one of his friends a week ago, 10 days ago, and I said, look, my advice to him is not to listen to my telephone, never mind. My advice to him... Would you turn it off?
I will, don't worry. I'll put it on silent.
You're in demand.
You really are.
He's in demand.
Yeah.
I don't somehow think it's the Prime Minister.
Don't worry.
But
You were saying you called a friend to talk to Mr Zahawi.
I said to a close friend, actually tried to avoid paying £3.5 million worth of tax. I pay all that through my PAYE. And so...
Sorry, give me your phone.
The Prime Minister's very insistent, isn't he?
Well, can I ask you finally?
No,
please let me ask you a question. What's your advice then to Dominic Raab?
Well, first, the ethics advisor. And he, quite surprisingly, did it within a week.
Yes.
Within a week.
On for 2 months.
And I think it was really trying to get through to me, isn't he?
Someone is telling you to shush. Please, finally. What's your advice to Dominic Raab?
Therefore... OK, now we're going to play Spot the Difference. So basically, the lights are going to be turned off. When the lights are turned back on, you are going to need to spot as many differences as you can. On Mike's whistle, play Spot the Difference. And we're going to turn the lights on. OK, spot the difference. So, that's the first one, that's good.
I think the banana and the...
OK, what was there before?
That's a good point.
It was the only thing in your room.
Was there really something there?
Yeah, I mean, it's the one bit of decoration.
Was it a table?
it was actually a candle.
Was it a candle?
Freestanding.
Yeah, right.
OK, now...
Say, I'm not in charge of them. Oh! was a brilliant reaction.
Yes, of course.
I wasn't expecting that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Holly Willoughby! That made me cry and laugh.
What do you think that the former Prime Minister Boris Johnson is up to? It is not usual for a former leader to intervene in this way at such a delicate moment. Okay. I regret to say we may have to give up on Mr. Rees-Mogg on, as Alan Partridge used to say, on that bombshell.
Right, next, some breaking news. Lambing season is upon us. Yes, some farms have already started, others are getting ready.
And finally, as the saying goes, some news about me. After 15 years, this is my final programme for Sky News, the best organisation in the UK, which I hope that I've managed to serve you well. It has been an absolute privilege. Thanks for making this career so worthwhile. I leave you with, always wanted to do this, a last look at the headlines. There they are. You stay classy, planet Earth. Goodbye.